Hey, and welcome to the hiking preparation edition of Seven Figure Business Secrets. Yes, if your business feels like ups and downs and highs and lows, and you're not quite sure what you're doing, and you just wish you had a plan and it all made sense and you knew what to do next, then this is for you. So yeah, we're doing the biannual hike with the Cubs and everything. So hence got hiking on the brain. But just one of the conversations I had with one of my business clients, he's an entrepreneur, and just twigged that actually there's a lot of similarities between how we prepare for a hike and how we prepare for business success. Unfortunately, we never prepare for business success at all. So that's what I want to share with you now is yeah, I know if I was going to take, which I'm doing, I'm taking 45 kids up the side of a mountain, basically. No idea what the weather's going to be like, but there's no way would I do that without a bit of preparation. And what we do is, it's really obvious. You take out the map, just like if you were going to go outside, or if you're going to go to drive to a different city or something, you'd at least look and see what's going to happen roughly. So we take out the map and we have a look, and we always have a start point, so we know we have to be here at this time, and then you roughly figure out actually we have to be back here at another time, yeah. And then you basically figure out, well, how long does it take to sort of go around, and do you have to climb hills? If you have to climb hills, you have to bring hiking boots. If it's flat, we can get away with runners or sneakers. If the weather's going to be rainy or forecast is a bit dodgy, jackets, raincoats. If it's going to be really cold, heavy jackets, coats, yeah. So basic preparations, and also we'll do things like, okay, so if we start off at 9, we need to be stopping somewhere around 12 for lunch, so where about in the map looks good? Oh yeah, we'll stop there. So we have a rough plan. We know that, yeah, things might go wrong. We might hit a patch that's pretty marshy in the middle, but we know that we'll go around that or get through it, and the far side will pick up the path again, yeah? So having that rough plan, and it's very basic. It's roughly start here, finish there, rough time start, rough time finish, rough time lunch, and bring the right gear. That's really it at a basic level, right? And I'm going to put it to you that actually we don't plan for our entrepreneurial journey in the same way, because our entrepreneurial journey it's 5 stages, right? Beginning and the end, you roughly know, yeah. And there's a few steps in between. And on this podcast, we go through bases for stages 1, 2, and 3, and a little bit of stage 4, right? And I'll just take you really briefly through them because it'll make a lot of sense to you. And hopefully you go, okay, I get why Seven Figure Business Secrets exists, why Keith talks about the 3 stages all the time, and sometimes the 4th stage, and why principally a lot of the advice that I talk about is actually for stage 2. And stage 2 is the bit that you need to recognize you're in, and you need to recognize how you get out there. And once you do that, it's a bit like having the map open in front of you, and you go, oh yeah, I know where I am, I know where I'm going, and you'll get out of it. And the reason it's really important to have that plan is most businesses don't have a plan, and most businesses never ever get to where they should be. They never get to stage 3 of entrepreneurial success. Actually, I'll go quickly through the stages. Stage 1 is the spark. It's the got an idea, the little excitement. Yeah, you remember that? Remember getting your logo? Remember getting the first sale? Oh, how exciting was that? And then stage 2 is where most businesses end up. It's the reality kicks in. Stage 2 is the grind. It's this wasn't supposed to be so hard. Well, I keep getting this product out and people won't buy it. And then I put this advertising out and then people don't buy it. And I suddenly get someone to buy, and then they return the product. And I don't know what to do. Is my product wrong? Is my market wrong? Is my sales wrong? Should I be doing a webinar? Should I be doing opening a shop? Should I be, you know that? That's called the grind, right? It's totally predictable, and the ups and downs are totally predictable. And here's the big news for you. It takes you between 2 and 7 years, maybe even 10 years to get through the grind. And you know you got through the grind when you get into stage 3. And stage 3 is the comfort stage, which is basically your business is profitable, your sales, you can forecast your sales, you know exactly how to do it, you know how to talk to your market, you know that if you spend a bit more here in advertising, you get more sales through. And basically you're in this really comfortable stage 3 zone where you control everything. Yeah, you can decide, I'm going to work 2 hours a day or 8 hours or not at all, or yeah. And you know exactly how many sales you're going to get. You know your products. You're very comfortable with them. Yep. once you hit stage 3, you're somewhere between $500,000 and $2 million annual revenue. That's the comfort zone, yeah? And that's my goal for you guys on this podcast, is to get you to the comfort zone. Because most businesses never get out of stage 2 of the grind. They never get out of it. They're constantly trying to do new ideas and trying to figure out how on earth do they get this stable set of customers who buy stuff and a business that actually suits their lifestyle, right? Most businesses never get out of it. And it's not because they can't. It's basically because they don't realize what they're doing. They don't realize that actually they're in this grind stage, and it's perfectly normal to be running around feeling a bit, out of control, figuring stuff out, having loads of errors and failures everywhere. The problem is that a lot of experts will tell you that there's no way to plan for this. They're absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Of course there's a way to plan for it. And the problem with a lot of experts and a lot of these online courses and a lot of the the courses run by state bodies and well-meaning civil servants and that basically sort of take you through, oh, here's what you need to do as an entrepreneur. You need to write a business plan. You need to. It's all crap. It's not true. So what you actually need to do is realize that actually that stage 1, the excitement, that's temporary, right? That is not how it's going to be. And you know this. I bet you most of you are already through it. You know that initial excitement and all of that, when reality kicks in, it's a bit of a head wreck and it's quite disconcerting. But once you realize that actually all it is you're in this bit of a game. That's all you're doing, is you're going to be figuring out what you should be selling versus what you thought you should be selling. So what is the ideal product? And then you're going to be figuring out, well, how do you sell it? What is the right type of marketing for it? What's the right type of sales strategy? What's the right type of offer, which is really important? How do you pitch that? And then what does your business need to look like to be able to sell and fulfill that offer? So, do you need staff? Do you need finance people? Do you need marketing people? Can you do it all yourself? Yeah. That is stage 2. It's totally normal. And once you realize that, and once you have a plan for it, a bit like my hike, I know there's going to be a big swamp in the middle. Yeah, well, hopefully not, but there'll probably be a big swamp. I know that I'm going to have to take a few steps. I'm going to probably be up to my knees in muck, but I'll just come back a bit. I'll try another spot, up to my knees in muck this time. Oh, back around. Find a stick we can sort of walk across. Well, one child slips off, grab them through, yeah. And we get through. We get out the far side, yeah. So you're looking for that little bridge or stick or to get yourself through. That's all you're doing. What you're not trying to do. Here's what you're not trying to do. At the moment, if you're in stage 2, you're not trying to solve the world and tell billions of people about your products and services and all of this massive content marketing. And that's not your goal at the moment. That's the distraction. The distraction is chasing too many things at once. Yeah, that'll kill you straight away. Yeah, if you're trying to be on all the different platforms, if you're trying to do 20 different types of marketing, if you've got 200 different products, if you've got you're stretched too far. You need to bring it back down and focus, because the proven path to get out of stage 2, the proven path is focus. Figure out who your market is, what problem is that you are going to solve for them better than anyone else, and create that product that you can actually will solve their problem, and then figure out how you sell that product back to the market that have the problem. That's really it. And they're the 4 things you need to play around with, right? Keep tweaking, 2 steps forward, half a step back on each one of those, and just keep running that around. And it's not going to happen overnight, right? If someone's telling you, I've got a magic solution, here's what you do. No, probably not. Because the problem with business or with entrepreneurial businesses is that it's not like that. It's those 4 things. Yeah, you call them out, but actually there are so many variables in each of them that the solution is going to be unique to you and unique to your market. So you have to go and put the sweat and work and tears in to go and work through it. There is a really proven way of actually going and helping you through this faster, which is, rather than spend 2 years at it, rather than spend 10 years, wouldn't 2 years be better, or even a year and a half? And then you get through this comfort zone where everything is much easier. And the way you do that is really straightforward. It's basically go and hang around with people who are doing this with you as well, because you need help through your ups and downs. You need help focusing. need help on someone saying, "Oi, Keith, get back, stop doing that, get back to what it is you should be doing to get out of this stage and stop getting distracted." And the other thing is, yeah, get really good advice. Get really good advice from people who actually know what they're talking about, who recognize this is just another up and down, and that's how you do it. So you're really looking for advice on products and services, people who know your market, right? You really want some advice from them. You want people who know your products and services, and they might be different. You want advice from people who actually know how to execute on some of the marketing strategies that you're doing, because marketing is all about getting your customers in the door, and you need really good advice from people who actually know how to sell stuff. Yeah, really important too. No sales, no cash, no business, right? That's just how it is. And then you want advice from people who know about the next stage, who know about that actually you are on stage 2, you are in the grind, right? But actually you need to be planning and lining your grind business up so that when you hit this comfort zone, that you know you're there and you know what to do next. Okay? Right, so I hope that helps. So if you're in the grind, which you probably are, if you haven't quite hit 500,000 yet or 1 million yet, you're probably in the grind. Take it from me. but once you get through it, life is so much better. But enjoy it. Actually enjoy it. The grind is just part of the journey. It's just part of the journey. It's an adventure. You will get through it. You will absolutely get through it. And when you get through it into the comfort zone, oh, wow. And when you're in the comfort zone, that's when the really cool fun starts happening, because you'll have a base. A business is actually working. You'll be controlling your own business hours. You'll be controlling your own revenue, dialing it up, dialing it down. And then you start thinking to stage 4, which is really cool, which is how do you create an independent business? How do you create a business that doesn't rely on you, that actually you can, a team and everything runs it for you, and you get to choose even whether you're involved or not. Because then you get to the next cool part, which is, can I start doing this again? That's typically where us entrepreneurs go. We go back to, I have another spark for another business that I take from spark through to grind, through to comfort, through to independence again. And that's the beauty of serial entrepreneur, which, yeah, if you've got an inclination for that, it's so cool. That's what I hope you're going to do. But let's make sure we get you through the grind first of all and out the other side. Right, so have fun. Hope that helps, and I shall talk to you shortly. Bye.